I am coming in on HAP's broadcasting app and live streaming to multiple different platforms. So you can leave me comments. I might see the comments pop up right here on HAPS, depending on where you are commenting from. But if I don't see your comments right now, I definitely will go back and look at them later. So please ask me questions, leave comments and feedback. I definitely want to hear from you so that I can be a resource to you and be of help. So, hey, Frankie, thanks for coming in from LA. Hey, Heavenly Dew from Dallas. So good to see you. So good to see you. So, guys, right now we're going to be talking about questions, 6 questions, in fact, to ask yourself before, all right, before we eat, before we put that food in our mouth. Okay, good. The audio and visual is good here. Awesome. So we were having a little bit of an issue on Facebook, but I think that it hopefully is good now. And if not, then we'll find out later. Okay. All right. So it is almost the end of January, guys. We are just a handful of days away from closing out the month and starting into month 2, February. And typically January is a month where people are really looking to, get that jump start on their weight loss or fitness routine, or give up something and then replace it for something that is better for themselves, better for their health, better for their well-being. Maybe you're sick and tired of feeling sick and tired. Maybe you're committed to improving your overall immune health and your your quality of life. Maybe you have hit a certain milestone with your age and you're like, wow, I've got to take action now because, I'm not getting any younger. And so we've been through the pandemic. We're still going through that. And so a lot of people have either, slacked off on something that they were doing last year at this time, right? Because last year at this time, everything was still good, right? It was like a normal year. We were at the end of January, and you might have been really going strong on your commitment to yourself to get healthy or to improve your overall quality of life or lose weight. And then, the pandemic hit and everything turned completely upside down for you. Things changed, completely, and it threw you off track. And now here we are. And it's sometimes tough to get restarted the longer that we stay off. So I want to help you guys. I know that eating, and that's what we're going to be talking about during this broadcast, is eating, not fitness today. So if you are interested in fitness, of course, I do a lot of fitness broadcasts. So I invite you to subscribe. I invite you to share this information out. If you feel it's valuable, please share. Guys, people need to hear this information. We are in a crisis with the obesity epidemic and the sedentary lifestyle, both. And the pandemic has definitely made those 2 things worse. Okay, obesity is on the rise. More people are gaining weight because we're more sedentary. We're sitting at home. People aren't going out as much because of the pandemic, or your gym's closed, or you're not motivated. Hey, Jeff from New Hampshire. Great to see you. Thanks so much for jumping on. So most people I talk to have a difficult time controlling what they eat. You can lose weight, guys, without exercise if you're getting the right type of nutrition. Exercise definitely fuels that and helps you to get even better results. So I always recommend exercise. It boosts your metabolism and can definitely improve all of the progress that you might be making. But if you're not getting the nutrition piece right, then it's going to be more difficult, more challenging. And I know that the nutrition is one thing that people struggle with the most because we like to eat, right? Most people out there enjoy food. It's a social thing. Maybe you're at home now working and there's just more temptations around. Maybe you are bored or going through depression or that type of thing, and we use food as a way to comfort ourselves. You're sick and tired of being stuck at home. I mean, who knows? So, I want to make sure that you start to think about these questions in a way that can help you control what it is that you're putting into your body and the results that you're going to get. So let's start with the first thing that you want to ask yourself before you eat. Now, how many times, and give me a comment out there, give me a one in the chat stream if you have ever done this before. You eat something and you finish, and then you say, why did I eat that? Why did I eat that? Or why did I eat so much of that? Or why did I even buy that? Or why did I even order that? We've all done it. It's definitely something I've done before. And so we want to try to start processing through these questions before we eat, before we buy that at the store, before we order that off the menu, before we go through that drive-through window, or before you decide to eat something that you have at home. So the first question is that you want to ask yourself is this healthy for my body? Is this healthy for my body? Hey, Wesley, good. I hope the sound is working on Facebook too, because I just restarted everything. I think it wasn't working on my page. I'm not sure. But anyhow, is this healthy for my body? That's the first thing you want to ask yourself, guys. I mean, if it's a candy bar, it's like, ask yourself, is this healthy for my body? No nutrition, empty calories, going to be beating yourself up later. So why eat it? What's a healthier option? And we'll talk about that in a second. But ask yourself, is this healthy for my body? Is that fried food? Is it healthy for my body? You're getting ready to go to Babe's Chicken or to McDonald's or getting a burger and fries when you know, and a soda when you know that you're wanting to lose weight and you've been doing really good. And the temptation is calling you, right? It's calling you, and you're like, or the bag of chips. Is this healthy for my body? Is the Big Mac healthy for my body? Okay. So ask yourself that question. And it really just needs to be a yes or no. Or maybe it could be a somewhat healthy. Somewhat healthy might be okay sometimes, but ask yourself that question. Simple question, is it healthy or is it not? If you don't know if it's healthy or not, definitely get connected with me, because that's what I like to do, is teach people about foods that are healthy for their body so that you will know whether or not you're making a good choice. All right, so is this healthy for my body? Number 2, how will it make me feel 30 minutes later? Okay, how will it make me feel 30 minutes later? I know that I can eat some chocolate, and no, it's not good for my body, maybe in moderation, but I know that 30 minutes later, even though I love chocolate, 30 minutes later, it's going to give me kind of an upset stomach. Sometimes maybe some acid reflux, because chocolate is not really that good for me, I've discovered. So ask yourself, how is that Big Mac, Jeff, going to make you feel 30 minutes later? After you've enjoyed the taste and you're like, oh, this tastes so good, and oh, I could just eat a lot of this, or the pizza or whatever it is, I could have this every day, or something that you cook, Wesley. Ask yourself, how is this going to make me feel 30 minutes later? Because oftentimes it tastes great in the moment and we're satisfied, right? But then a little bit later, we're going, oh man, my stomach hurts. Or, oh man, I'm beating myself up. Why did I eat all of those calories? Why did I eat that? I know it's not good for me. Why did I eat that? I know there's no nutrition. Why did I eat that? I know that it's full of high fat, unhealthy fat. Hey, Pam. So good to see you. So acid reflux, yeah. And are you talking about the chocolate? Because chocolate is a real something that you really have to watch if you do deal with any kind of digestive health issues. And I'll definitely be talking more as we go on throughout especially in February. I will talk about digestive health. But yeah, it sits in your stomach like a rock. Exactly. Is what you ate going to sit in your stomach like a rock? And look, guys, a lot of food out there, and I'm just going to pick on the Big Mac a little bit, Jeff, because a lot of the food out there that you're getting through the drive-through window and then other foods out there really are not real foods. Okay, they're not breaking down in your body. There's so many preservatives in them. There's so many other things added to it that it is kind of sitting like a rock in your stomach. And that's going to cause you to have digestive distress 30 minutes later. It's going to cause you maybe to have that acid reflux, maybe some other kind of digestive issues going on. Or you might be beating yourself up. It might be that emotional feeling that you're having after you eat, 30 minutes after you eat, because you're mad at yourself that you ate it. Okay. At the moment, it tastes good, but a different result later. That's exactly right, Wesley. I mean, it tastes good at the moment, and that's a problem, guys. I mean, is this healthy for my body? And if you ask yourself that, and then ask yourself how you're going to feel 30 minutes later. And sometimes we can override that. We go, well, it's not healthy. And then, oh, I'm not going to worry about how it makes me feel 30 minutes later. And we still eat it. Because I've seen myself do it with chocolate, Pam. And yes, the chocolate does give you indigestion for some people. I can eat some chocolate, but I have to have it. It can't just be plain chocolate. It needs to be kind of mixed in with something. And I don't drink any chocolate like shakes or any of that kind of thing, because that does the same thing. Joanne, hey Joanne, thanks for jumping on. I appreciate you, and thanks for the Super Heart Award. I appreciate it so much. And you guys follow each other. If you are broadcasting, I know Pam broadcasts, I know Joanne, and Wesley, he's broadcasting. So if you are broadcasting, please connect with each other, especially here on HAPS, as we work to build the community here on HAPS. So the second question was, how will it make me feel 30 minutes later? So is it going to make you feel sick to your stomach, or is it going to make you mentally off track and emotionally frustrated? And, oh, well, I've already blown it for today. I'm so mad I ate that. I'm just going to go ahead and continue to eat and do things that I know are not getting me where I need to go, because we can fall into that trap too. And I'll reset tomorrow. Now, resetting tomorrow is not bad, but why not reset right then? So, hey, Tucson, good to see you. Tucson from Tucson. Awesome. From Arizona. Okay. So I appreciate it, guys. Thanks so much for coming in. Now, the third question to ask yourself is there a healthier option? Is there a healthier option? So Wesley mentioned he was going to make some a hamburger on his new skillet or that kind of thing. And so I just kind of put in his mind, what about a turkey burger? Now, I'm not saying that you should never eat red meat, because it can be healthy for you in moderation, for sure. But is there a healthier option? Would a turkey burger taste just as good? Is there a way to avoid eating that candy bar and eat like a protein bar that does have a little bit of chocolate in it, but it also has some fiber, and it also has some protein, and it's lower sugar? So is there a healthier option? You have to ask yourself that. And guys, look, we have to ask ourselves these questions before we eat. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that takes discipline in the mindset. Hey, David. Good to see you, David. And David definitely broadcast too from Amarillo. Awesome. Hey, thanks, Joanne. And thanks for the high five award. Yeah, love it. I appreciate you guys so much. And please feel free to share this out, spread this information, because like I said, I want to encourage people. Now is the time to take charge of your health. It's 2021. We got to put 2020 in the past. I know we still got a lot going on right now, but we have to put our health first, really above a lot of other things out there that you might consider priorities, because if we don't have our health, then we're going to be struggling with everything else. And if you do these things too, that will also help you with your immune system. A lot of people right now are real concerned about eating healthier to improve their immune system, or trying to figure out ways to boost immunity right now because of COVID going on. So you don't eat much meat anymore. Okay. And guys, there's ways to get protein without eating meat, and there are healthy sources of meat as well. So but definitely want to make sure you're getting all the nutrients, the proteins, the healthy fats, the healthy carbohydrates, and that type of thing. Yeah, a grill pan so the hamburgers is hitting the grease. Right. That's a good tip. Right. Getting rid of the grease, getting rid of some of that high fat. Hey, Heavenly Dew. Okay, so I think you were already on. I can't remember because I did 2 broadcasts and I had to restart. All right. So first, is this healthy for my body? Number 2, how will this make me feel 30 minutes later? Number 3, is there a healthier option? Number 4, why do you want to eat this? Okay, when you see the McDonald's, why do you want to go over there and get a Big Mac, fries, and a Coke, Jeff? Yeah, eating really healthy means healthy immune system. Exactly, guys. Because what we put, if you're putting empty calories and sugar and junk into your body, it's going to be a direct result of not only your outward appearance of maybe gaining weight and that type of thing, but also how your body is functioning inside. So our body needs these vitamins, minerals, nutrients, enzymes. It needs carbohydrates, it needs fats, and it needs proteins. Okay, so why do you want to eat this? Is it because you are starving, because you haven't eaten regularly throughout the day, and you see the Jack in the Box over there, and you're like, I just got to have something? Is it because somebody prepared it at home and it's right there in front of you? Is it because you were checking out at the grocery store and that candy bar or those sweet treats that are at the checkout aisle just kind of jumped into your cart? Okay, so ask yourself why you're eating it, or is it because you're hungry? And that's what we really want it to be. We want it to be because we're hungry and we are not starving. We don't want to feel starving, because when we feel like that, our blood sugar is getting out of whack and we're more likely to make really unhealthy choices if we are not eating for the right purpose. So we want to avoid eating for entertainment. Okay, we want to avoid eating when we're bored. I mean, I know these things are tough, but why do you want to eat this? So Jeff is saying fast food, ease of access. Exactly. Okay. But we and you can come up with other things that are easily accessible and a lot healthier. And I tell you what, packing a cooler in your car is much more easy access and more affordable than going through the drive-through window. So all you have to do is open the cooler and pull something out. Okay, and it can cost a lot less. The price of fast food, guys, is going up. I'm telling you, fast food is going up. If it's fast and easy, then it's usually not good. Okay, so think about, how can you, carry something with you, carry a sandwich, plan, and that's where, and this is kind of a different topic, but that's where all the planning comes in, the planning for the day, and you can develop these habits, and they're not that difficult, but it just takes time and repetition, and then you can start to fall into a habit where it becomes part of your lifestyle, and you really don't have to think about it. So if I know I'm going to be gone for several hours and I've got a client and then I'm doing a lot at home too, but if I'm on the road, then I automatically take my little cooler bag and I pack a little meal and maybe a piece of fruit and nuts and have something in my water, and I have it with me right there. And it's more of an automatic thing. It's just an automatic thing. Now, what is not automatic for me is getting to the grocery store. And so that can be a problem because if I don't have the food here, then I won't have the food to take. So then I end up maybe getting something out. But I do try to get the healthier choices and stay away from the drive-through windows. Most of the places with a drive-through window are can be more unhealthy. Cereal for the toy that isn't exactly Wesley. I remember that too. The toy in the cereal box. Yeah, cereal is one of the fastest breakfast foods ever. Okay. Convenience. Right, David. That's a good point. You're paying for the convenience. Okay. If you're going through the fast food window, I'm telling you, the prices at fast food are going up and you are paying. I mean, I remember it's been a while, but like, Chick-fil-A, they're going up. I remember getting a salad. Yeah, I think I got a chicken salad there. And other sandwiches and stuff. I mean, it was like their healthy salad with chicken there was like eight or so dollars. And so that to me doesn't sound like, it's inexpensive. So fast food we typically think of as cheap, and that's why people eat it, but not always. Yes, whole grain cereal. That would be your healthier option, Wesley, over Fruity Pebbles with or I can't think of some of my favorite ones were maybe Fruit Loops and, Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, full of sugar, right? So think about, why do you want to eat this? Is it emotional eating? Is it eating out of boredom? Is it eating something because it's healthy for you? Sometimes, guys, I have to go, I've got to eat this. I'm really not excited about it, but I know it's healthy for me, so I'm just going to make myself eat it. Because there's some vegetables that I don't like. I mean, I don't like everything. I don't love all the vegetables that are out there, but sometimes we have to kind of make ourselves, and then you are going to feel better 30 minutes later because you are going to be empowered for making a healthier choice, and your digestive system is not going to be going crazy, and you are going to feel good. All right, so that was number 4. Number 5, will this cause me to gain weight? Oh man. Number 5, question to eat before, or ask yourself before you eat something is, will this cause me to gain weight? Okay, so if you're sitting down on the sofa with a bag of chips at night and you haven't counted out the chips or at least portioned a section out into a bowl, and you sit down with your bag, and you need to ask yourself, will this cause me to gain weight? And the answer is going to be yes, because you're going to end up eating way more than one serving, and it's not going to really fill you up because it's just a lot of carbohydrates and a lot of extra calories. Okay, and it's going to cause you to keep craving and craving more. Hey, Lorenzo, so good to see you. Hey, Martin, I don't know what you are saying. Okay. It's got to taste good. Junk foods taste good. Okay. And I need to do a broadcast at some point about that because, look, guys, you can change the way food tastes. You can change the way that food tastes to you. You can actually change your taste buds, but you're not going to do that by continuing to eat the junk food. We have to start putting some of the good foods in and getting off of some of the junk foods. And then eventually, if we can quit some of those junk foods, if you go back to them, you're going to be like, man, this is too sweet, or this is too rich, or this just doesn't taste as good anymore. I don't like the taste of it. Because what happens when we eat fried food, if you're eating fried food a lot at fast food or eating a lot of fried food at home, that the fried food actually desensitizes your taste buds. So if you're eating a hamburger and fries and a soda, the broccoli is not going to taste good. It's just not going to taste good. The asparagus is going to be like gross, you know, the carrots. I mean, all that stuff is not going to taste good because we are killing our taste buds. So when you get off of those foods that are killing and desensitizing the taste buds, then you can start to regain a different sense or taste for the healthier foods. But we've got to make that switch. Okay. Well, thank you, Lorenzo. I appreciate it. My hair is kind of a mess these days because I haven't been doing much to it. When I go out, I got to put a big old mask on, and you know, I got to pull my hair up, and so my hair is not, in my opinion, looking as great these days. But I appreciate your compliment. Okay, so and again, Martin, I just I don't even know what language this is. So, but I appreciate you being here if you can understand me. Okay. All right. So, and that's a big question, guys. Will this cause me to gain weight? I mean, if we could just even program ourselves to ask that question each time, it would help us a lot. It would really help us a lot if we could just train ourselves to ask, will this cause me to gain weight if I eat it? Do you agree? But so many times, I mean, the pull for food and the craving for foods is so strong that we don't even think about that. But I want for you to start thinking about these questions and hoping this will help you as you go through your journey of improving your health. And guys, it's a perfect time to start because we got the 1st of February coming up in about 4 days. So I hope that you will jump on this journey with me and allow me to help you stay encouraged and motivated. Okay, staying motivated. Oh, Chiz. Okay, well, I don't know how to read anything. Read anything. Thank you, Jeff. All right, so last question, guys. Will I regret eating this? Will I regret eating this? And that's real powerful too, because most of the time when people eat something unhealthy and they are on a weight loss journey or a health improvement journey, they regret eating the unhealthy stuff. Okay. They regret eating that unhealthy stuff and they're beating themselves up. And then it's real easy to stay in that cycle of I'm beating myself up, so I'm just going to eat something else bad. And then we just go in this circle and stay on that wagon of that sugar craving cycle and the carb cycle and that type of thing. And it's tough to get off. So thank you for the high five award. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so will I regret eating this? So let's run through these, just a quick recap, and then I'm going to jump off. If you have some other questions, I mean, we could talk a whole little broadcast about each of these questions. So I'm sure they'll come up again as we continue to go along. But train yourself to ask these questions, even if you take 2 of the questions and you ask yourself these questions before you eat. And that's the trick. You have to do it before you eat, not after, because then it's already going to be too late. Then I know it will help you to improve your thought process around food. It will help you to make some healthier choices and help you to get closer on track towards your goal by taking, again, just those small steps every day. So number 1, recap, is this healthy for my body? Number 2, how will this make me feel 30 minutes from now? Number 3, is there a healthier option? And that really should be something, the healthier option thing should be something that I really want to encourage you to start programming yourself to really think about. So if you're getting ready to have Let's talk about a healthier option. We use the example of the hamburger meat and the turkey, the ground turkey meat. What about a white baked potato versus a sweet potato? What about having a piece of fruit instead of the sugar, the candy with the sugar? Have something, a piece of fruit instead of that to get that sugar craving. What about having Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt with fruit on top, fresh fruit, fresh strawberries, fresh blueberries, or frozen, instead of your Greek yogurt with the fruit on the bottom that has the puree and already has a lot of sugar added? So those are just some examples, and I want you to be thinking about that. Thank you, Jeff. Yeah, I will look at that in a minute. I was trying to see, I can't pull up the profile to do anything right now, but I will definitely take care of that. Thank you for looking out. So, is there a healthier option? That was number 3. Number 4, why do you want to eat this? So, is it because you're truly hungry? Is it because you really don't know and you think that it is healthy for you? Or is it kind of an emotional pull? Are you stressed? Are you upset or depressed or worried, or or are you at a celebration and you feel like you have to eat it because everybody else is? So there's a lot of reasons as to why we eat what we eat. And number 5, will this cause me to gain weight? And then number 6, will I regret eating this? So if it's something that's going to cause you to gain weight, if it's something that's unhealthy and not a good choice, then it's likely to cause you to gain weight, and then you're likely to regret it later. So see how they all really, really, really work together, all these 6 questions. So I encourage you to use this information on yourself. Try it. Just try it, guys. Let me know if one of the questions is one of your favorite. If you don't feel like you can tackle all of them right now, try to tackle 1 or 2. Take that small step. Let's get started. It's the end of the month. We got to ditch all the excuses out there and really get serious if you want for 2021 to be different for you regarding your health and your weight. And I know a lot of people gained weight over the last year. I even saw my weight fluctuate some. I don't always eat perfect every day. And it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but it's definitely possible. And I know you can do it. I want to help you. I want to inspire you. So set a goal, set even a small goal for February, and let's get going. So thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate you all so much. And I'm going to hop off. I appreciate your time. I look forward to seeing you later. And keep staying connected, guys. There is a wellness workshop that I'm going to be doing along with some other coaches coming up. I want to be able to tell you about that and see if you would be interested in learning more, so that you, when you have the tools and the information and the education, then it becomes easier, at least to some degree, for you to start seeing things different and making those different choices. So have a great evening, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, Jeff, so much. I appreciate you guys, and I appreciate it. I'm glad that it was good advice, and I appreciate it. So I'll see you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.